Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, according to your time zone and your geographical location. We are here again to discuss several issues pertaining to our homeland. You will recall that suddenly the interest of our people is now in our homeland. But we are going to discuss the greatest weapon and the greatest blessing the Igbo land and Igbo people tend to have, which to many people they don't understand that, but that's a reality, which if we exploit on that, if we tap into that, we are going to be our greatest in the whole world. So what am I talking about? People often talk about the landmass as an issue, as an encompassing, as a hindrance to our homeland development. But I must show them now, because this is actually our greatest advantage, and I will say our greatest access, because we can actually deploy it to our greatest benefit. So before we do, I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Please, wherever you are, please try to give this video a like, and always come back to drop your comments. And at the same time, I will also appreciate you if you share this video, and you should subscribe as well on this our street vlogging, because this actually helps to push this video to many people, and to alert the YouTube that something is happening definitely in this channel. You know that this channel has been growing, and I do appreciate the newly family members that recently joined us in this great channel. So let us continue on our discourse, and so let's give use for instance Anambra State as an example. Anambra State, the second smallest state in Nigeria after Lagos, with a land size of 4 point something kilometers, 4,000 over 4,000 kilometers. So if I use Anambra State as an example, the land size is small, but that's a great weapon to actually develop the state as fast as possible. So in every human development, because it will not cost you so much to secure the state, because the land mass is quite small and the cities are located closely to one another. It will not cost you much to deploy every resources to build up major highways, motorways, linking it together. It will not cost you much to deploy the rail services, because it will be very cheap to do that in that state. So what again am I talking about? How about the river transportation? That one will not cost you much as well. So how about beautifying the environment, building more of high-rise building? It will not cost you much, because you have already a population. The state is highly or densely populated. So making it one of the most densely populated states after Lagos, because in the area of Greater Onitsha you have over 10 million people living in a very small landmass. So supposing if the government plan to tap into this huge population by building something that will actually attract businesses, I'm telling you, that place will look like a Singapore. Because you look at Singapore, you have Malaysia, you have Singapore. But Singapore has a very small, tiny land, but they are more and highly developed than Malaysia, where they actually break out from. So Malaysia have the land, but Singapore does not have the land. Their greatest weapon is lack of that land, because they were able to plan their life, plan their country, plan their cities, and they were able to be top. Their human index is always in the positive side. So while Malaysia is struggling in other things, Singapore seems to be mega rich people, dominating everywhere. They can easily buy over Malaysia, buy over many places. So the same thing applies to Alaigbo, Anambra State. If we do have a productive and people that actually thinking deeply into this, would have been number one. In 5 years, I'm telling you what I mean, in 4 to 5 years, the major highway would have been constructed. Major highways, the security would have been top notch, that nobody will venture and say that it's causing crime and all those things, because you'll be arrested immediately, because everywhere will be secured with modern security gadgets and deployment of more people. And this will also encourage employment, because the other day you had Soludo employing teachers, thousands of them. If Soludo also deploy thousands of people in security sector, what will happen is this: the whole of the Onitsha, Nnewi, Oka, Ekulobia, and many of the towns will be security tight or watertight in terms of security. So nobody will dare to say, oh, I'm coming to Anambra to commit crime, because most of those crimes we are witnessing in Anambra State are not really people from the state. The majority are people coming to Anambra State to commit crime because they know they will get away with it, because they think the government is not actually investing much on issue of security. So that's what we are here to discuss. Our greatest weapon, our greatest assets, and our greatest blessing from God is our landmass. People keep on talking about entrepreneurship and all those things. Yeah, you can have great entrepreneurs, I know that, but if you don't utilize what seems to be your disadvantage into your advantage, and knowing that is a great access. Because if you look at in some of these states, you go to like Niger State, you go to something like Taraba State or Borno, just to construct one single road will take them billions because of their land size. And also issue of security, why Boko Haram and those militiamen, herdsmen were able to continuously doing whatever they do in those areas of Borno and many others. It's because of the land size. So to deploy resources there costs enormous, and because of lack of capacity in economic development by our leaders, that has actually caused that. But let's come to the point of discussion, that we can actually change the state within a shortest possible time. So meaning that we can actually secure the state We can actually build mega infrastructures just in a short period. We can beautify the environment. We can also deploy land economy, with land utilization and economic utilization. So that's what we are discussing this morning. What do you think about this? Do you think our greatest asset is our small landmass? Because some people don't know that's the secret of Igbo land. That's why we can actually have a train service running from one end of the eastern Nigeria to the other without actually spending that huge amount of resources. So the investors will not spend so much money because the landmass is quite small. So, but the population is very huge. So think about that. Building most of these roads in Onitsha will not take any reasonable government partnering with the people, partnering with industrialists, landlords and tenants a year to build most of the street roads, and also within 1 year and a half and two to build most of the interconnected connecting roads, motorways, 6 lane, 10 lane, 12 lanes. It will not take that much. And in building railway, it will not take them between 1 year and 3 years, depending on the type of rail they are building. So that's what we are talking about, that our major problem is not that God has not blessed us. Our major problem is incapacity in leadership, which has been a major hindrance to the overall development of our homeland. So once we get that blessing of leadership, we have not been blessed, what I mean leadership wise. So once we get that, I think, we will make hay while the sun shines. So we cannot continue in the mediocrity. We will exploit everything that is actually our blessing and our gift. And we will be on top, and our people will see them coming down to the homeland to live and to do business again. And you will see that the whole place will be so much blessed, so much developed, that many people will now be withdrawing their words that they used to say, go back to your home. They will now come to beg you to come to invest in their own land. I don't know what you think about that, but remember to share this. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed. As we are discussing this, please send this message across, because people need to hear about this. Thank you very much. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. I would love to see you in the next one. God bless you for joining us. God bless you for watching our videos. And may the good Lord give you a wonderful and a memorous and a beautiful day. Bye.